Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Junior Eurovision Song Contest 2014 here in Malta once again. Here with me, I have the executive producer, Anton Attard. I have Vladislav Yakovlev, who is the Junior Eurovision Song Contest supervisor, executive supervisor, and the chairman of PBS Limited, Dr. Antonio Portuguese. So I would like to start with Vladislav. So we're here in Malta, all geared up for Junior Eurovision Song Contest. What does it feel like? How's Malta?
Malta is an amazing country, I would say, and I'm very happy we are hosting it here. I would like to thank, first of all, Anton for an amazing hospitality, for doing everything absolutely in time, for arranging a perfect event, and also what's a little bit more challenging for him is that we are not just hosting the event, I always said that and continue saying that, but we're also tweaking the format, which gives extra difficulties, extra challenges. So I'm very, very thankful to you guys, Antonio as well. And the good thing is also that Anton has an amazing team. I can name them. It's a big team, but the main one are Nicole, Natalie, Johnny, Charlie, and many, Doreen, Josette, many others, of course, Rodney. Amazing postcards. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that lifts up our event, the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. That's what I'm very happy about, and that actually, as you can see, attracted a big amount of countries. Now we have 16 countries participating, and I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll go up, and up.
Yes, exactly. So that's quite a positive thing. And so, Dr. Antonio, what does it mean for PBS to be hosting such an event and to have such a big amount of countries participating?
It is a fantastic challenge. So it is a challenge, but it is fantastic at the same time. We have great pleasure in hosting this event. Since a year ago, when we were exactly, we were in Kiev in Ukraine, when we had also accepted, also with the support of our government, to host this year's Junior Eurovision in Malta. We have been in constant contact with the EBU, represented by Vlad. I always try to pronounce your surname, Yanukovych, I think. I think I did it well. I think so. Heads of delegations, obviously I have to also thank EBU in the first place for having shown trust in us to be able to organize this. Obviously, our CEO, who is also the executive producer, Anton Attard, with all his experience in organizing such big events, which, by the way, this is the biggest event ever for a television in Malta, and we are proud of that. But at the same time, we are also conscious of the risks that we have. We cannot let Malta down. So, for sure, we are leaving no stone unturned from any aspect, and this has been the discussion since we started going deeper since last January, when we started with our first meetings on the strategy, on the allocation of duties, responsibilities, with one aim in mind and in our hearts: excellence. That's why I said no stone unturned. So I would say that also together with our staff, with our collaborators, with our volunteers as well in various fields, PBS, on behalf of Malta, is succeeding with this, first of all, magnificent environment that we are in, the beautiful design of the stage, the lights, all those were major and fundamental objectives in our process. We are happy to host it. We are also happy that also the delegations are enjoying themselves from the feedback I am getting just now, mixing with them, and also the enthusiasm they are witnessing in our schools. They are visiting various schools, as you know. There is great enthusiasm from the school children of Malta to get to know these countries. Some of them are new to us, others we know them very well. So it's a major experience also from an educational and cultural standpoint. And I thank EBU for having showed its trust in us.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and last but not least, Anton, you are the executive producer, and we've been gearing up for quite some time now, but now it's here. So tell us something about the latest preparations, what's going on right now, how are things coming together?
Okay, thank you, Rodney. It's been a long process. We started off a year ago, trying to, as Vlad rightly said, not just organize another Junior Eurovision, but we've discussed changes in the format and how to get the format to grow and the target audience. And this all had a bearing on the kind of venue, the kind of production we produced, the kind of postcards, actually Rodney produced. So we started off from there with a target, and then the target dictated the kind of venue we wanted to use, and the venue had its challenges. The target audience, obviously we formed the focus groups based on the target audience, and we used to filter whatever we thought works. Some of the has worked with teens, some of the has didn't work with teens, so we filtered all the process, whether it's the opening, whether it's the acts, whether it's the postcards. We built on it slowly. We used a lot of resources from PBS and a lot of other companies from Malta, companies from Italy, expertise, so the Maltese expertise combined with foreign expertise. I think we have the makings of of a good TV product. Rehearsals have been progressing quite well. I'm very keen, obviously, having been on the other side as the head of delegation a couple of times. I'm using that experience to ensure that it is very smooth for the delegations, even in the sense of how the viewing room process works. We're providing feedback to them, like with the suggestions, immediate feedback. It seems to be working well. Delegations, I find time to speak to all of them, are, from what they tell me, happy with what they've seen so far. Obviously, we're still rehearsing, and it's not over yet. It's far from over. We've still got rehearsals tomorrow, run-throughs, and obviously then the final night. But I think we have the makings of a very good show.
Thank you. And now I would like to invite those present to present any questions.
Okay, I'll go for it, if it's okay.
Yes.
Anton, in February, the national final took place in the MFCC Taali. We thought it was going to be the venue for the junior contest as well. How did the idea come up to use the shipyard? Was it Copenhagen?
Yeah, I think Copenhagen had an effect on that, but we, as I said, the target of the production, although MFCC is a good venue and we've used it a couple of times, the target, we wanted a place which is more, let's say, raw and actually bigger, to be able to do a bigger production. We will be accommodating around 4,500 people. And the festival we do in February, we normally have 2,000 people. So this is quite major. And I've got a lot of problems with tickets because people want tickets and they're sold out. So it's a big event for Malta. Eurovision is big in Malta, so one would expect this kind of reaction from the crowd. We also made the ticket prices very accessible, so people and family members, we want children there. We also gave, as you probably know, the front section will all be standing children from the schools. We have given them merchandise to be able to, and flags to be able to support different countries, because we really want to make it a great experience for them, not to go on a hall where you have 4,000 Maltese flags. That's not what we want. And we want to go on a hall where each country finds support. I think it's very important.
Yes.
Hello, George Gramwana, RTK Radio and Newsbook.com.mt. You just mentioned these school children, and as an educator, it was a brilliant idea. Can you maybe explain what was the intention behind all this? And we are seeing the fruit. All these kids are so happy to have these other singers. What was the idea behind this decision?
In the first meeting we had here in Malta with the steering group chaired by Dr. Portuguesa, one of our aims we set to achieve was to involve as many children as possible. And we also, based on the target group, we selected certain classes of ages, like 13s, 14s. Then we opened up applications for schools to apply, and we got 16 schools immediately. 16 was our target from day one, the number of countries to participate. And we wanted to, the week in Malta, we wanted to share. Okay, the contest is important, the set, the lights, which is fine, that's very important, but we wanted to extend this to the schools. And we also encouraged the schools, we met the heads of the schools a couple of times, we encouraged them to ask, to actually produce, you know, their best talent, to put together their best talent and produce a show for their guests, special guests, that they welcome their guests, that they do an exhibition about that particular country, so it's a learning experience, that they visit a cultural site together with the artists, and then we're also organizing transport for these children from the schools to get them here. We're giving them T-shirts, color-coded T-shirts, flags, and everything, so that they end up supporting. We wanted you can't get the bonding in 5 seconds. The bonding needs to happen over time. And from what I've seen, there's been a few really, really good events in schools with children supporting with flags and so on and so forth. So it's a learning experience, and I think it really gives weight to the words together. Together is not just a slogan, buzzword, which means nothing. We wanted to give it life, and I think we achieved that.
Yep.
So, I'm sure Mr. Yakovlev is very happy with PBS efforts. Well done for the job, PBS, and great organization. But I have a question for Vlad. How did the idea of the online voting came up? Online voting is going to be introduced this year.
Well, as you know, we don't have such a big number of participants like at the Eurovision Song Contest. We are aiming for it, but still on our way there. I would probably also have to introduce my head of press, Kath Lockett from EBU. She's sitting here in the first row from Australia. She's great, doing a fantastic job. And Luke Fisher, the editor-in-chief of the Eurovision.tv, he's sitting here as well. I would say the idea came from Kath, implemented and, let's say, formed and shaped by Luke, and actually conducted and managed by the new televoting partner, the Sound of Data. Here we have Guido and Bauke, who will be conducting actually the televoting and the jury voting for the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. And I think the idea is brilliant because we have so much feedback from the countries, from non-participating countries, not only in Europe, but also in America, in South America, in North America, in Australia, in Asia. And it's a pity not to consider their votes, not to consider their interest. I mean, they're the same people. We have to respect them and to treat them properly. Okay, they don't participate, but at least they can vote online and absolutely free of charge.
Okay, any more questions? Yep.
Thank you very much, Ben Robertson, ESC Insight. One thing I'd like to ask about, Vlad, if it's possible, is about with the voting on Saturday night. I want to ask if all the jury members from each country have been confirmed, and if this year we can confirm that they are all music industry professionals that sit on the juries for each country.
Yes, certainly. That's our main criteria, to have the music professionals. Also, the kid is not like some kid for the kids jury. It's not just like some kid taken from somewhere. We try to take the participants of the Junior Song Contest in those countries that participated. For the new countries, we try to get a person from a kid or a person from the music environment, let's say this way. We are pretty strict also with this criteria because, for example, we don't really reveal the juries before. So if we see that some juries start to, to boast around saying like, oh, I'll be the jury for this country. We have to ask the broadcaster to replace this jury because the names will be revealed only on Saturday morning, as far as I remember. And also, just to add more to your question, to my answer to your question, is that we will also have the split of the jury by each individual jury. It's, again, thank you, dear Sound of Data, for this opportunity to make it simple and clear and quite efficient. We'll do it very quick.
Vlad might kill me for asking you this question, Antonio. But should something magical happen, would you be prepared to host it again next year? I can see from the exhausted look on your face that may not be a positive.
That's a big question.
I did not understand the question. You would like to react on that?
Discuss it on Monday.
Yes. Any other question? Okay.
Hello, this is Jan Vihar from Slovenia. So first of all, hi for everyone, especially for you, Mr. Vlad, because you bring Slovenia in this contest again. Thank you. Not again, first time. I'm so sorry. What was the main reason? How did you bring those new countries who actually debuted in this year's contest, as Slovenia, Italy, Bulgaria, and so on? So, what did you promise them?
Oh my God! I bribed them. No, well, actually, it's a complex activity. Let's say this: every country is individual. Every country has its own challenges and problems to enter the contest. It might be financial, it might be the format challenges, and many other things. And with some countries we succeeded to do that, with some countries not really. With Slovenia, it was actually a miracle. I don't know if you saw, but I actually went there and met at RTV Slovenia.
We all did. I mean, all the media was, Eurovision media was writing about that you were.
Oh my God.
We knew that.
Interesting. And just happened to be and talking to the right people and presented the contest and explained that you have to try. And they were, I would say, quite convinced, and they gave it a try. And look at your entry. Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. And very happy to see you here, and hopefully, no matter what result is, you will come back. And, as someone made a joke that the debut countries, the countries that debut, they come into this contest, enter this contest, and never leave it again. Of course, we have withdrawals, but at some time they come back.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Vlad, it's been, oh, wow. Must not do radio projection voice. It's in the 2 years that you've been the executive supervisor, the contest has been through a number of changes that are forward-facing, and there's been a number of changes that have been rearward-facing as well that people haven't seen. I want you to step away just from the day-to-day and from the grind that you have, that we all know that you and the team have to put on such a smooth-running contest. Tell me what you expect from Junior Eurovision 2019.
You have Vision 2020. Oh, okay, 2019. Just before, yeah. Oh my. Well, I still. We are in 2014, right? I still don't think we might get into the qualifying in semi-finals. But I really hope that we will have the increase of the countries. I really hope that some new countries will fix their position or will be developing their national selections. Sometimes it's good to have internal selection. I'm not that against that, but sometimes it's better to build up and to make the proper event towards the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. And I think the main thing would be let's say if we have as a host country bidding, if we have more than 2 or 3 countries trying to get the Junior Eurovision Song Contest in their country, that's a big success then.
Okay, and do we have any more questions? No? Okay, so we might have a bit
surprise
of a revelation here. Okay, so Anton, what's in there?
So we've got the actual trophy. It's been designed by Claudio Santucci, who's also the designer of the stage, and it's actually been produced in Milan. Okay, it's stainless steel, so it's pretty heavy actually.
It's a bit heavy.
And we obviously got first, second, third, and the online award too.
So do we have any questions about the trophy now? How much does it weigh?
Yeah. I think ideally it remains in water because it's a bit heavy to travel with it.
Okay, so if that's all, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming here, and thanks for everyone who has been watching us on live stream on JESC.tv and tvm.com.mt. Good evening.